Your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Meg McLeod. Here's a look at some of our top stories tonight. Two Mid-Michigan sheriff's offices are asking for help to find a missing Ogama County woman. Authorities say the missing person report for 34-year-old Sarah Elizabeth Burns was received last Tuesday, but the Clare County Sheriff says Burns' abandoned vehicle was towed on January 11th in the Leota area. Investigators have been using drones, dogs, and canvassing the area to help in the search. Burns is 4'9", 111 pounds, with strawberry blonde hair and hazel eyes. If you've seen her, call police. The man accused in an October standoff in Bay City has been found incompetent to stand trial. That's according to court documents. 77-year-old Harold Nielsen is charged with assault with a dangerous weapon and resisting and obstructing an officer. His attorney entered a not guilty plea on both charges. Police say he was being evicted when he threatened a process server and officers, even pulling out a shotgun. His bond was set at $30,000. A judge has denied a Davison man convicted of killing his wife a new trial. Jason Harris requested that new trial, according to court documents, claiming he received ineffective counsel. The court sentenced him to life behind bars without parole after prosecutors say he intentionally poisoned his wife, Christina Harris. Initially, the case was ruled an accidental overdose. It was changed to homicide in August of 2019 after investigators tested her breast milk that was stored in the freezer. Prosecutors say the motive for the murder was a $120,000 life insurance payout. And now here's Chris with our forecast.
Meg, dry conditions are expected tonight. Your first alert pinpoint Doppler radar is all dry, and it's expected to stay that way through the rest of this evening. Temperatures that were in the mid-30s this afternoon should cool down to the upper 20s and low 30s. We do have a first alert weather day in place for tomorrow for the possibility of some slippery commutes, especially during the afternoon and the evening. We're not expecting a major snowstorm or pretty standard snowfall for late January, but it's more snow than we've seen lately, and temperatures will be a little bit more supportive this time around for some of that snow to stick to the roads. And we do have winter weather advisories in place for our southern counties and also the eastern half of the thumb for the most snowfall that we expect to see out of this system, and wind gusts in the eastern thumb especially could approach 30 to 35 miles per hour later in the day. That system's still well to the south of us, so it's got a ways to go before it gets here, but it should arrive during the morning commute tomorrow. As I mentioned, temperatures a little bit closer to the freezing mark tomorrow, which should help accumulation. And we saw over the weekend, even a light snow with more supportive temperatures had a better chance to actually stick to the ground. Hour by hour, as we go into Wednesday morning here, we do expect the snow to eventually return by around 6 or 7 a.m. in our southern counties, gradually spread to the north as we work through the morning and then continue right through lunchtime and also much of the afternoon and early evening before eventually it starts to fade later tomorrow night and into the day on Thursday. There may be some isolated snow showers early Thursday morning, but those should be a little bit lighter and also much more scattered than what we experienced during the day Wednesday. How much snowfall are we expecting? Mostly in the advisory area, about 3 to 6 inches of snow with potential for some higher amounts if we can get some lake enhanced snow going. 2 to 4 inches in the Tri-Cities, Mount Pleasant and Alma region, and then a little bit lighter as you go to the north towards places like Roscommon, Ogama, Clare County, as well as Gladwin County. It is worth noting that some of our northern communities near the shoreline of Lake Huron could see some higher totals. As for your 7-day forecast here, we do get colder by the end of the weekend, highs in the 20s into early next week. We'll also have a few more chances for snow this week before we get into next week.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.